Don't spend these 1938 coins because they're selling online for a lot of money. Now, 1938 is a very special date when it comes to any US coins. So pay attention to this video, take some notes, share it with a friend, and let's hop into this video. Up first, we have a 1938 1 cent wheat penny. Now, if you didn't know, wheat cent coins were produced from 1909 to 1958. They can be rare and valuable based upon some factors we're going to go over. So this coin was graded by PCGS at a mint state 67 red. First of all, we're going to get this out of the way. These coins can either come red, brown, or brown depending on environmental conditions and the type of metal the coin is struck on. Red coins are typically worth more money because that was the intended mint state color of the coin. If you get a coin right from the mint, it should be red. It shouldn't be red, brown, or brown. Don't get me wrong, we've gone over plenty of brown coins that sold for way more than red coins, so that's just a small piece of the puzzle. So why do you care about this? Why does it matter? This is why. This coin, once again, got the mint state 67. That's 3 points away from the perfect grade 70. This coin also got the S mint mark. What does that mean? It means it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. San Francisco minted coins, a lot of the time, they're worth more money than Philadelphia or Denver minted coins, but not always. These are general rules of thumb. The big factor here is that grade, right? It's a massive grade for this coin. That's why it sold for $276. Now, before the Jefferson nickel, we had the Buffalo nickel, a very collectible coin. However, most of them are not worth a ton of money. This one got a moon grade of a 67. Now, for a coin this old and it being a Buffalo nickel, very hard to do. Now, pay attention. Zoom in to the back bottom center of the coin. You will see a D mint mark. Now, it's not a normal D mint mark because this is actually a D over D mint mark. Very cool, very collectible. You can see it doesn't look like a normal D mint mark whatsoever. All of these things combined allowed it to sell for $324. All right, here we have a Walking Liberty half dollar. Really cool. I'm a big fan of silver coins. I love these coins, and you should too, because having silver in your collection, especially if it's graded, you can pass it down to future generations. Just make sure when you're buying a coin like this, if you do, you don't get scammed, because some people sell these way too high. What's going on here? This is a great example of a coin that was cleaned. So someone had an issue with the coin. There was some sort of schmutz on the coin, and they said, hey, let me just clean it. They probably used a harsh chemical. The grading company NGC noticed this and said, hey, we're not going to grade it. We're just going to say that it's uncirculated, and the details are the fact that it's cleaned. Huge red flag. And not only is it a red flag, but it's also a big ding on the value of the coin. So the value really goes down when you clean your coins. If you haven't put two and two together, do not clean your coins, please. This beautiful coin would have been worth a lot more money if it was never cleaned. $408. All right, same coin, right? A 1938, but this one was not cleaned. Very nice luster to this coin. Got graded by NGC at a 65, and it sold for $1,140. So a huge value difference. We really wanted to show you the difference between a cleaned coin and a not cleaned coin, what the value can really be there on a normal mid-grade coin. 1938, beautiful Walking Liberty half dollar there. Once again, $1,140. What in the world do we have here? Look at the coloration on this coin. This is a 1938 wheat cent coin. You've got that D mint mark below the date standing for the Denver Mint. Now, a lot of people might look at this coin and say, what is going on? Look at that very vibrant, bright pink, red, gold coloration going on with this coin. Well, that is a naturally occurring oxidation process called toning. Based upon the type of metal in the coin, what's around the coin, the air will oxidize with the metals in the coin, causing a different look. Now, some collectors will look at this and think, holy cow, this is cool, while other collectors will think it looks tacky and they won't want to add it to their collection. That doesn't really matter. What matters is how much money it's going to bring, right? Or if you're a collector, if you actually like it in your collection or not. This one was graded by PCGS at a mint state 65 red and brown. So it's not the red, it's not the brown, it's right in between. Toning like this, like I said, can either increase or decrease the value. If there's two collectors that say, wow, this is the coolest thing ever, they're going to bid each other up depending on how much money they really ultimately want to spend. All you got to know here is that if you have a coin like this, you might want to get it graded because they're selling online for a lot of money, the 1938 wheat cent pennies, if they get a high grade. Keep that in mind. All right, here we have a Washington quarter, 1938, very good looking coin there, but what's going on in the bottom half of the coin? Well, the grade is still very high. It's a 67 plus, so it must be a natural thing. You're right. That is toning. Very similar to the last coin. This coin has a bit of toning on the bottom side of the coin. This one got a CAC sticker. Really quickly, CAC is another third-party company that you can pay them money, and if they think the coin is accurately graded, they will add that little green bean sticker. I know it might sound funny, but in the coin world, the people people that do this for a living or they're really into the hobby, they really look for that CAC sticker or the green bean. It really increases the value of the coin. You also have a plus designation by the grader who graded the coin. That also increases the value. And just mainly the high grade. 67 is not an easy grade to get on a 1938 Washington quarter. Because of all these things, it sold for $1,020. Before the Roosevelt dime, the US produced what we call Mercury dimes. This 1938 Mercury dime got graded by NGC at a mint state 68. Very high grade for this coin, very beautiful coin here. That's why it sold for $1,500. So this is what we call rainbow toning. As you can see on the top and the bottom of the coin, you have a rainbow effect happening. Very similar to some previous coins we've talked about, toning happens and collectors either like it or they don't. This one got graded at a 68 plus. It's also a proof coin. Proof coins were never really meant to go out into circulation. They were meant to go into collections, but back in the day they would typically make them as an example of what the coin should look like. Because of all these things, it sold for $4,080. Here we have a buffalo nickel, very beautiful coin. A lot of the time these coins are not worth that much money unless they get a high grade and they have some sort of variety to them. This one got a 68 grade, that's only 2 points away from 70, very high grade. And the big thing here is that the fact that it's a D over S. So the mint mark has a mistake on it. It should have never happened. Look closely at the mint mark. You'll see it's a D over S. Because of all these things combined, it sold for $8,700. If you haven't already, pick up our completely free coin and currency ebook down below, and we'll see you in the next video.